All right, please join us as we celebrate our seniors tonight. Our first senior is Christian Walker. Christian says, soccer has been a great experience because of all the friendships that came with it. I joined sophomore year and my teammates made the whole experience absolutely fantastic. Through my years of soccer, I've learned how to plug myself into a team and work to find ways to help the team as someone with significantly less experience. And that is the best advice I can give. You do not need to be the most skilled player to be a part of a team. If you truly want to benefit to the team, you can find ways to do so even off the field. When you join anything, sport or otherwise, pour everything you have into it. Do not think about everything you will get out of it, but keep your mind on everything you can give to those around you. I'd like to thank my mom for teaching me the value of hard work and my dad for teaching me how to pursue excellence with an others-focused work ethic. I'd like to thank Coach Kevin, Coach Connor, and Coach Clay for supporting me and the rest of the team over the last 3 years. And I'd like to thank Coach Ken for making me a soccer player when I had no prior experience and for making the learning process a joy. I thank God for my teammates, in particular Matthias and Ricardo for being constructive and supportive. And I want to thank Eric for coming out to play this last year. Lastly, I need to thank Christ. Because of his death on the cross, I can play soccer for his sake. And without his sacrifice and his provision, it would not be possible for me to either play soccer or to do it in a way that honors him. My plans after high school are to attend Masters University and study mechanical engineering with a minor in biblical languages. Round 11? Next senior is Matthias Kaniski. My team experience has taught me the importance of consistency. My favorite memory is when I went to practice 40 minutes early because Ricardo told me the wrong time, and some of the other boys who also got there early hopped in my car and we started blasting Sabrina Carpenter and traditional Hebrew music. Some advice I have for the team is to keep a strong sense of community and not to haze the freshmen too hard. I'd like to thank my parents for driving me to games and supporting me from the sidelines. I would like to thank my little brother Nico for constantly playing soccer with me. I'd like to thank my coaches for always giving hype pep talks and yelling at us when needed. I'd like to thank my grandparents for coming to my games, and I'd like to thank Rico for playing soccer with me since 3rd grade. As for my future, I plan on attending Thomas Aquinas College in California.
It's just kind of quiet.
As loud as it goes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to shout.
No, you're good. We can't tell who's...
Okay. Our last senior for the boys team is Ricardo Escola. My favorite memory on the team was during the tournament last year in the game against Lee Williams. The whole game we were stuck in a stalemate, but in the last minute I scored a goal. Everybody went crazy when the shot went in, and we were all so excited to claw out the win and go on to the championships. I've learned the importance of patience and team chemistry when achieving results because it sometimes takes a bit for things to click when they do. But when they do, it's worth all the work. I'd like to remind my teammates that while they should always be trying to improve their game, they should always also take the time to enjoy every moment they have on the field. I would like to thank my parents for getting me interested in soccer when I was a kid and supporting me since then by taking me to practices when I couldn't drive and making as many of my games as they could. I would also like to thank my teammates for all the effort they put into the team, especially Matthias, who I've been playing with since 6th grade. Lastly, I want to thank the coaches for coming out and helping us to find our direction as a team. After high school, I plan to study chemical engineering. Next, we have Tori Richardson. One of my favorite memories was when I scored the first goal of the season my junior year, and we ended up winning the game. I want to thank God for the ability to play, my parents, my brothers, and all of my amazing teammates, especially the seniors. I love you guys like sisters. I love you guys. One thing soccer's taught me is don't make the girls from Scottsdale Prep mad because they will hit you. Our next senior is Caden Smith. I'd like to start by thanking my mom for signing me up for soccer and even being one of my first coaches. I would also like to thank my team and all the parents who comfort and reassure me after a bad game. I will never forget the countless hours spent shooting with Han Han along with some others after practice and reffing a JV game with a harmonica. My favorite memory with this team, both this year and last year, is going out and supporting our boys team, cheering loud and huddled in circles or sharing blankets. One thing I've learned from this team and Coach Clay is that there is always a hidden positive, no matter how negative something may seem. Juju Ware. One thing I remember from playing my first year of high school soccer at Chandler Prep was when I was told, "You are a varsity starter only because you're fast." Quite the humbling experience. Thank you, Coach Villeboy, but it was very necessary. Finding one of my lifelong friends on the team that year, but also becoming friends with girls who I never even talked to. I am so beyond blessed to have had this opportunity to meet these girls who are some of the funniest and most genuine people on the planet. Thank goodness I decided to play for my last year. I'm sure I would have regretted missing out on the prayer circles with Tori before games, some of the most wild analogies that Coach Richardson comes up with, having strange conversations with Jocelyn and Kayla, and most importantly, the van rides to away games. I am so beyond thankful for every single girl on this team this year, and I couldn't have asked for it any other way to end my high school career. I miss you all so much. Michaela Brackman. A fun memory from soccer is when I ran full speed into a tree in middle school during practice. Not so fun, but pretty funny. I'd like to thank Chloe, Tori, and Han Han for being patient with me when I went back and forth on soccer, doing soccer or not during junior and senior year. And a good skill I've learned is to always be aware of your surroundings and plan 2 steps ahead. Chloe Stevens. I've made so many fun memories in soccer, and my favorites have been the team bondings and bus rides. I'm so grateful for this team and for being positive no matter what the scoreboard says, and for Coach who always finds the best in us. Soccer has taught me to be patient, resilient, and cooperative, and I will always remember what I have learned from it. Han Han Hua. My favorite memories from soccer are the bus rides home from our Thatcher games. We had more energy and we were more loud on the bus ride back, even though we got our butts kicked. I would like to thank my parents for taking me to games and practices, my dad for being the hardest goalie to score on, Cadence for enabling me to make the last-minute decision to play soccer in 8th grade with her, and Coach Clay for making soccer fun and making my last season memorable. Soccer has taught me that hard work really does pay off, and you have to put in the time and effort to earn your place, and at the end of the day, it is more accomplishing. Ariana Amini. It would be hard to pick only one memory as my favorite because of how much I've laughed and had fun with the team. But one of my favorites would be playing in the Arate game, even though we lost and I injured myself by straining the muscles in my back so badly that I couldn't sit, stand, walk, laugh, cough, or sneeze. Aside from getting injured, it was my favorite game that I played this season. I'd like to thank my parents, mom and dad. Thank you so much for always supporting me. I'm truly so grateful for both of you, and I don't know what I would do without you. I love you so much. Elise Parker. My favorite memory in soccer would be having fun with my teammates, whether that be at games or at a practice, and also when my shoe got taken off in the middle of a game. I would like to thank my parents and siblings for supporting me, especially my dad for coming to every game and being a part of my soccer journey. What I've learned from soccer is to be confident and to never give up. Amelia Lockery. I'm so glad that I joined soccer this year. A funny memory that I have is breaking my glasses in the last 2 minutes of the game against the boys 3 days before I was going to get contacts. It was worth it for the cool black eye though. I want to thank my parents, coaches, and amazing teammates. One thing I've learned from soccer is how vital it is to collaborate with others and how even with the best players, if you don't play together on a team, you won't succeed. Thanks everyone for making this team so much fun. Ada Gardner. First, I'd like to thank my parents as well as my swim friends for encouraging me to join the sport. I'd also like to thank Tori for being super supportive and encouraging throughout the whole season. I've learned that I'm not as bad at soccer as I thought I'd be. My favorite memory would have to be our team dinner at Chick-fil-A. Caitlin G. One funny memory that stands out to me is from our first game when I had to drive 3 of my teammates to the game. At one point, I almost crashed. Don't worry, I didn't. And we even tried to convince some other guy in a Waymo car to come watch our game. That car ride brought us closer together, and now those girls are some of my closest friends. To my coaches, thank you for believing in me, challenging me, and pushing me to grow as a player and person. The lessons you've taught me go far beyond the field, and I'm so grateful for all the time and effort you've invested in me. I'd also like to thank my family for their endless support. You've been there through the highs and lows, cheering me on from the sidelines, and always encouraging me to give my best. I wouldn't be standing here tonight without your love and sacrifices. I'd also like to thank God for allowing me to meet such wonderful people and for blessing me with this incredible journey. Claire Young. My favorite memory from soccer is when I scored a goal on a broken toe and ended up in a boot for 6 weeks. I want to thank God for giving me the ability to play soccer, my parents for letting me play soccer, everyone on the JV and varsity teams for making practice worthwhile, and Coach Clay for teaching every player to have a positive mindset and to never quit. In my 3 years of doing soccer, I have learned to be more disciplined, dependable, and athletic overall. Emily Ferruzzi. If you were to ask me 4 years ago if I would do soccer, I would have laughed in your face because I do not like running. But I am very thankful I ended up joining the team. I would like to thank everyone who told me that I should play. I'd like to thank my soccer coaches for giving me a chance to play a sport I had not played since kindergarten. That's why I'm so good. I'd also like to thank my parents for mostly accepting my insane schedule that I have and everything they did for me. My favorite memory was when we drove to Veritas in the bus and just thought of the many ways we could all get a red card together. I think the biggest thing I learned is that I need to run more because I'm out of shape, except I won't. For college, I'll be going to University of Arizona to study film and media. Thank you for letting me play and bear down. Faith Prince. These people are more than just my teammates. They are family. I may not be the best at soccer, but these ladies never made me feel bad about it. Instead, they lift me up. I would like to thank the assistant coaches for pushing me to be the best that I can be. Coach Clay for teaching me the importance of consistency and perseverance, and also to my mom for showing up to my games even though it's freezing. And most importantly, I thank God for the opportunity to have met all these beautiful people. Let's give one last round of applause to our seniors.